from Subway for life. Little known fact.
That's true. But we're getting into our set here. We are going to be seeing Sonic versus Hero. And from what I know, neither of these players have a secondary.
Not that I know of. With a name like Springy, I'd imagine Sonic is the only kind of character they're going to be playing. And of course, Aesor. I've played this guy often, and I've never seen him play anything other than Hero. So he's dedicated to his craft here.
His mid tier. Anyways, Sonic is also a mid tier.
Wow.
Who do you think has the upper hand here in this matchup?
See, I don't know, because Sonic is obviously a character that is very strong. Spin dash, and of course how good that F smash is, has a lot of options to contest Hero. But Aesor being as good as he is, and as I'm talking there, he's gonna be taking the stock.
Yeah.
But as good as Aesor is, this is a little bit more of a difficult matchup. But of course, Hero does have some options. Medium neutral B will stuff out Spin Dash every time, and of course he has options like Kaboom and Sizzle that will stuff out all of his options. And like there, the up B stuff out Spin Dash and get the punish there.
I think the issue with relying on things like Kaboom and Sizzle in neutral, though, is you'd have to open up the menu, which leaves you very, very vulnerable to one of Sonic's like faster moves, especially on Wi-Fi where you aren't able to really react to it as much. And as we saw, Aesor definitely does just have the like offensive abilities to just like kind of like fight back at the Sonic and just say, I'm just going to kill you whenever I want.
Absolutely. And one of Aesor's best traits that he has is his way to use Accelerado in a way to just kill you super early. He's really, you can really tell that he's practiced that a lot. Of course, me playing him, I've died at like 20 to him before because of Accelerado. I think when we were playing, actually, I died to Accelerado.
No, yeah. Accelerado is just one of Hero's best spells by far. Most heroes that I have talked to have considered it his best spell. Oh man, finding that zoom there in the blast zone.
Yeah, one thing that Aesor is very confident saying is, no matter what, you will never hit him out of zoom. If you get hit, that is a skill issue. That's one thing that Aesor has always said about Hero. But maybe in this set that we'll see him get hit, and then we can clown on him later.
Well, I do feel like Sonic as well doesn't really have a lot of that vertical coverage. He just kind of wants to fight more horizontally, if that makes sense.
Right.
But that Accelerado here, Aesor is using just a little bit more defensively, changing up how he's positioned, and able to find that back air there. Getting the psych up, his next move will kill, especially with that oomph. One secret, don't tell anyone this. We saw Aesor fish for that grab here. He knows his up throw will just kill here.
Absolutely.
Oh man, gonna be messing up his recovery. They're trying to go a little bit low.
Yeah, and of course fighting Psych Up plus Oomph is extremely scary because not only is it going to do a lot of damage and probably take your stock at mid-percents, but it's also going to break your shield more often than not. And
speaking of shield breaks, we're going to be seeing a crit there.
And then we have God Hero, as I like to call it here, Oomph and Accelerado here. Lots of damage could potentially come out of this. So
one thing a lot of people might not really realize, though, is Sonic does output a lot of damage. He does about 30% with one of his spin dash combos, right? And Oomph makes you take a little bit more damage. So that is a worry for Aesor if he does have Oomph activated.
Absolutely. And this game is fairly even, I would say. Of course, Hero being a character where it's like he can turn anything around in a second.
For sure.
That down B menu. But, you know, Springy's really showing that he can keep pace. He can play with some of the best players that are in this bracket. And oh my god, that could have been extremely awful if that, or if RNG was in Aesor's favor there. Not quite, though. He's going to catch the side B, get him off stage with a ledge trap here. Not going to get anything. Going to get punished with a spin dash. Back air.
We're going to be seeing Aesor miss that LSK there. Going super high and going to be caught by that F smash there. I feel like Springy's been throwing out so many of those F smashes, and eventually it'll hit one. You know, you kind of have to.
I know that move is so big, so disjointed, and is very safe. So I mean, might as well.
Yeah, they're both just really, really good.
Absolutely. And Aesor is going to be losing the first game here.
I definitely feel like that game was like so close, and Aesor really just kind of got hit hard that first stock, and I think he can definitely make a big comeback.
Absolutely. I mean, with the nature of hero, like no matter what, you're never out. Um, of course, you never want to be giving up, like no matter the situation in any fighting game. But with the tools that hero has, of course, like random thwack or like how good Kaboom is, or Accelerado combos can kill you at like 30. There's so much that this character can do to where it's like it always seems like he can come back even in the most dire situations.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, we're gonna go into the game 2 here. Town and City is gonna be the stage.
I feel like this is
Um,
a stage that does benefit Sonic a lot, just because he can cross it so fast. But also, I don't really know what else Aesor would pick. Just knowing like he needs more space to be able to use his hero menu. But also, I feel like the menu, you can just kind of work without it, you know? We've been seeing Aesor do that. See, as I said though, like Aesor being forced to just kind of like close that menu a little bit early there, just to avoid the spin dash.
Absolutely. And one thing that Aesor loves to do is in neutral or like trying to predict a spin dash or something like that, he will throw up that light up B to try to contest that and then get a setup on a platform. But Springy isn't really falling for that a lot of the times. I noticed like
Yeah, that's a bad SD.
misinput there.
Just gotta be able to take that kill so fast though. Just showing absolute mastery of that character.
Absolutely, that was medium neutral B and 30% off one back air. You see the power that this character can bring, and it is immense.
No, yeah, Aesor just showing such great conversion skills.
One thing that Aesor did when I was fighting him earlier in the set, and one thing I just noticed they did there, is he tech rolled away, which and like into like a corner situation, which on this stage specifically is really risky because of course you're putting yourself in the corner, putting yourself at a natural disadvantage there, and of course forward air can Sonic forward air can kill you at like 50 on that specific platform if you read the tech roll in.
As we saw there, Aesor just kind of stuffed out Sonic's recovery, made him go low, and then made him pineapple himself.
Absolutely. And of course, Aesor, even with this low mana, he's playing fairly aggressive.
I feel like Aesor's just playing a little bit more patiently, just kind of letting Sonic make the first moves. I'm looking for a spot where he can't punish, but since it is Sonic. I also do feel like Hero doesn't have to be at high mana to be a good character. He still has moves at low mana. No, definitely not. As someone who's fought like a lot of like high-level heroes, he doesn't really need a lot of mana to get what he needs. So.
Aesor is definitely fishing for that setup all game. He hit me with that one in the tournament earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
It was on Town and City. I was fighting Aesor, and he tried to do Hatchet Man to me off stage. I felt so
Yeah, he'll go for that a few times if he thinks he can land it. He's a little bit goofy with it.
Yeah, but it's alright though. I wasn't, giving my all. I picked Kazuya anyway. But we're gonna see Aesor taking this game 1-1 and each competitor's player favor here.
Yeah, and this is a best of 5, so this next game doesn't have their lives on the line, but it probably will determine the pacing for the rest of the set.
Absolutely. We're gonna be seeing a stage pick here. Honestly don't know what they would be going here. My guess is maybe Kalos. But we'll see. We're gonna go back to small battlefield. Okay. Game 3 here. And very aggressive option here from Springy, trying to get an early kill there with a double forward air. And his spin dash gonna be quick 44%. Already in advantage here.
Yeah.
I think that was a misinput of the I believe he tried to do there is he read the normal get up correctly and he tried to dash behind to get the grab, but I think he misinput it there because he just did spot dodge.
I'm not sure. But just so far, Springy's really held down this match. Aesor gonna be able to recover, sneaking around that back air, and gonna be able to DI out of those combos too. But it's not looking great from here. I do think that he can come back from this. He just really has to slow down the gameplay on a smaller stage like that. That's definitely not as easy to do. However, this stage is a lot better for Hero's up B. Just knowing like those platforms are always there and they're not going to be leaving anytime soon. That helps him a lot. Looking for Zoom here. Not going to be able to find it, but be able to sneak around that F smash. Going to be caught by back air though. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, when it comes to Hero off stage, he can get a little bit dire. of course, because you really want to get that zoom, but you're not completely out. Accelerado will get you backstage as well, and if you get like a quick move like Sizzle or Metal Slash, you can do another rerun of your menu to try to get zoom again.
Yeah.
So
One worry about using Accelerado offstage is it makes you a fast faller, which can be an issue, where it's like, I'll use Accelerado, I'm just gonna die, you know?
Ooh, big, like 60% combo there, trying to get the F smash, and Aesor's not falling for that. That's pretty much been his go-to ledge trap option. It's just a forward smash at ledge.
Yeah, super strong option though, because it's like, it's pretty lagless, especially on Wi-Fi. So Aesor just kind of has to respect it.
Yeah,
There's not really too much he can even do. That Kaboom coming through, not going to be able to actually kill anything.
People that know me know I am an big hater of Kaboom. I hate that move so much.
It's really not that strong. There's a lot of different like options to get around it, but
I know, but I have a personal hatred for the move.
it's not that crazy. Springy just doing a really nice job here, putting pressure down onto Aesor though, and gonna be able to find that F smash. It's not gonna kill quite yet though. Aesor still has a jump, I'm pretty sure there, but not gonna matter. He finds the zoom, and he finds that hit, which gives him a little bit of extra mana. Hero's normally fine as long as he has around 10 mana, and even if he has less than that, he'll still be okay. Gonna be able to make a pretty high recovery there with that Accelerado. That's a super useful tool. The Sonic high profiling, the fireballs, that was kind of important.
That was kind of really sick.
For sure. We're gonna see
slow-paced game here.
Yeah, just a little bit slower, but that's definitely in Aesor's favor. Finding that zoom again, and finding that forward air, this is very big for him. This Accelerado can definitely just help him in this stock. I'm not gonna be able to find anything just yet though. Oh man, and that Kaswoosh gonna get cancelled.
Springy is just really showing like the adaptation here.
Just playing a little bit more patiently and just kind of matching Aesor. I feel like if you do have a lead on a character like Hero and you don't really have to approach him, he loses a lot of his potency. Where it's like, he's like such a strong character, he can like deal a lot of damage, but he does need for you to like close those distances on him, which is why he has something like the menu. But Springy's been shutting down the menu really well, and then also being able to close those gaps safely, which is super important.
Stuffs out the homing attack there with the forward air, not going to kill there. That's the second time he's gone for dash attack, which is a very unsafe option for Hero. I think Aesor's getting a tad bit desperate here.
I don't think he's feeling too desperate. I feel like he definitely knows he can still win this set. It's very much not over for him, just the game's a little bit more slowed down than it was before.
Absolutely.
So it's like,
you know, he just got to make sure he doesn't do any of those unsafe options, or else Springy, of course, is just going to do what he's doing right now and have a big advantage state. Back throw off stage. What's the ledge guard? Gonna get the zoom here.
Gotta find the dash attack. This definitely isn't over for Aesor. Aesor still has a lot of options here. He has the Accelerado equipped, which is very important. Very, very strong. Springy, however, just gonna time it out. Gonna find that F smash there. These offstage situations are super risky, but that zoom coming up in clutch. This game's definitely not over. Aesor won't be able to find another zoom, however. Not there, because he already used it in his last menu. And you can't find the same spell in 2 menus back to back.
That is very true. And Springy's going to go up 2-1 here against Aesor, showing kind of dominance. And I don't know if it's just, you know, Springy kind of knowing what Aesor's going to do, or Aesor's unfamiliarity with the matchup. I know there are some good Sonics in Georgia, like Sonido. So maybe he's played them before, but I don't know here.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see how he adapts in this potentially last game. Alright, we are going to see a stage switch here.
Yeah, I do wonder, because as we did see, Aesor did 2-stock Springy on the Smashville, which is a little, or the Town and City, which is a much larger stage. So I'm not really sure what he does from here.
Yeah, he could go there. He can obviously kill Sonic a lot earlier, but like you said earlier, Sonic can kind of just Yoshi's.
Yeah, we
That caught
have
me
seen
off
Aesor on
guard.
this stage before, and I know that he does like this stage a lot, just because you can kind of like use the like extra room for it, plus the big platforms, to kind of just like play a little bit more in your menu. Um, so I think we'll be seeing a lot of success here for Aesor, but I don't think that necessarily means that Aesor gets a free win here either. So.
Absolutely not. But you know, Yoshi's is just one of those stages, like kind of like Lilat, where you don't really go to the stage often. Of course, there's some people that do like the stage, like Aesor, and maybe Aesor's kind of like checking if what's his name again, Springy, kind of knows what to do on this stage, because this is definitely more of a niche stage.
I think once you do get to the level of these players, you kind of know what to do on every stage. And I don't think this stage is quite as niche as Lilat. It is like a triplat. It's just kind of a like larger version of Battlefield almost, where it's like I need a little bit more room to operate. I think we've seen this stage twice tonight so far, so not too uncommon. Those back airs coming in huge. And the lip of that stage actually sends Sonic out, and that's why he was able to get that back air.
Yeah, and there's stuff like this when it comes to that stage. The lip can kind of determine some options. Like, of course, when me playing Terry, I'm able to get, you know, like down tilts that I wouldn't normally get because of that lip. And actually, on this stage specifically, my Buster Wolf will go farther because of the lip. So,
yeah. I think this stage is super cool because it does have that little bit different stage shape. And we're seeing Aesor here with the whole stock up still. Not losing it out just yet. I really do think the pacing of this match is really going to matter on how much Aesor can get before he has to give up this stock, though. Because like if he can get like a solid like 50 to 80% somewhere in there, he can probably just run away with the game, you know. But if Sonic's able to take the stock right here, which he... Oh no, man, Hero's kind of heavy. But
oh yeah, dude.
If Aesor is able to just get a lot from this, he can definitely just kind of command the game a lot easier. As Hero, you definitely want to make your opponent approach you a lot with your menu. So
Aesor going high while Springy was trying to go low there, and out smash is going to take out Aesor's first stock here. Aesor is in a bit of a lead, but definitely pretty even, I would say, for both of these players. He's going to get the air dodge read into the spin dash. Tries to cast a jump with the back air, not quite going to get it though. He's in a big advantage state though. Gets himself off stage, which is going to give Aesor the opportunity to look at his menu, get the oomph, and potentially get a lot more damage. Just like right there, he's at 86. One straight hit could honestly do it.
Yeah. I think Aesor's in a pretty good position here, but I also don't think he can get too comfortable just seeing like how talented both of these players are. I don't think either of them have like a massive upper hand here, especially knowing like how deep off stage Sonic can go to chase Aesor down. Aesor can just never be too comfy.
Absolutely. And that up tilt, I feel like it's kind of an underrated move. I don't see a lot of heroes use it, but Aesor does use that move a lot.
I see a lot of heroes use this up tilt. I think it's a very common move.
I honestly don't see it too often, but maybe it's just certain sets that I see.
Oh man, Aesor going for something a little bit fun there.
Aesor was definitely trying to end his whole career there, but not quite. And he's gonna get the roll in there with the side B. Side B is just one of so good. It's so, and that, oh my god, dude.
Those nairs setting up really nicely for that neutral B. Very, very strong move. And Aesor taking that game with the 2-stock. So as I said earlier, this set is definitely not one-sided whatsoever. And we're going to be seeing a Game 5 here in Losers Finals.
Absolutely. Hero for me is a character where it's like I really enjoy watching him for like a number of reasons. Of course, like we saw there, he got like that neutral B at like super high up to kill him, and of course he tried to go for some crazy option of the up B to try to kill him at like 16%. And you know, Aesor is definitely a competitor that tries to go for those swaggy options here and there, which is definitely fun to watch. And what fascinates me about hero players in general is just their ability to read the down B menu as fast as they do, because you have 4 different options that you have to read like preemptively almost and make your split-second decision.
Yeah,
which I think is very, very like, I don't know, fascinating.
Well, I do feel like characters like Sonic do have the like speed and agility in the moveset to be able to react to that. I'm kind of curious to see what stage we're going to go to here.
I
Aesor
think
has been doing really
normal
nicely on the
Battlefield.
big stages, but... Okay, we're just going to see normal Battlefield.
Normal Battlefield. Oh, connection error occurred. They got me out. I can't spectate.
Uh-oh. I'm able to see the game right now, though.
While you're
Alrighty.
spectating, I will read chat.
Sure. I don't think a lot's going on in chat today, which is kind of normal. I think a lot of people are watching the Game Awards. But right now we're just kind of seeing like a more defensive played set, not really a campy game, but both players just kind of being like more mindful of each other's threat ranges and kind of respecting them a little bit more. And both players are like mid-30s in percent. Personally, I do think that Aesor is going to have to work a little bit overtime here, just to make sure that he can stay in this bracket. Him already getting very, very far in the bracket. Both these players should be very like happy with their placements.
Absolutely.
I feel like whenever we saw Springy fight Lime, we saw him start to invest a little bit extra. It's not like he start to overextend. I think we're seeing him do the opposite here. Where like it's not like he's like not approaching at all, but he's just being like a little bit more safe with what he's doing. But Aesor is definitely finding those openings. And I definitely, the game is looking more Aesor like favored right now. With Aesor at 60% and Springy down a stock. But I don't think that means it's over for Springy whatsoever just yet. Both these players very, very good, and we could definitely see a turnaround.
Absolutely.
I also think one issue with this matchup though, that does kind of hurt Sonic is he kind of does just have to approach, you know, which is something in some matchups he just doesn't do. But also doing Springy, he has been like a more offensive player in general. Aesor going to be able to find Snooze there. I'm going to get the F smash punished, not too much damage. If I was Springy, I definitely wouldn't be too mad about that. Because he was only like 10%, he didn't really go too far. But Aesor landing
Sonic is
Kaboom.
definitely a character that
Oh, man,
likes
the
to camp,
reversal.
and since in this matchup, like you have to approach or else Hero is just gonna get like Accelerado or for Psych Up, or he's gonna charge up his neutral B. Like, you know, a lot of really powerful stuff. If you don't approach him, can sometimes be in Sonic's, not in Sonic's favor, because if you know Hero in advantage state is just god, right? But
He can be, yeah.
you know, Springy has just kind of been showing that he's not too scared of Aesor.
We're seeing both these players here at 0. Aesor with 2 stocks, however. It's definitely looking like a lot more his favor. But I don't think that we can count Springy out, just seeing how strong Sonic's edge guards can be. And like how fast he can kind of turn around games. I think both these players, however, are very, very good. But Aesor playing very good this game, just taking his time to punish a lot of what Springy has, just not really giving him too much like safety.
Aesor, a lot of upbeats coming from him.
Yeah. That's pretty normal for Hero. It's one of his best like movement tools. And he can just kind of like change and be like, I'm going to go to this platform, and you really can't do too much about it.
Try to get a bit of a down air conversion there, not gonna quite
man.
get it.
I think you are watching about 15 seconds behind, however.
Yeah, I am. I'm trying my best.
No, you're okay. I do think Aesor is really looking to kind of close out this set as fast as he can. Oh man, missing that fireball there. I don't think that would have been the set, but it would have been pretty close.
65 Sonic, it might have, honestly.
Aesor does have Rage, which is very important. Overall, though, he's just been doing a really good job just playing pretty defensively. The really nice frame trap there. Oh man, gonna trade there. Definitely not what Aesor wants, but it's definitely not over for him yet.
Yeah, and Aesor's doing a pretty decent job of calling out a lot of Springy's jumps. Like, a few times throughout the set, he's just been punishing the forward air and back air and getting a good percent from it.
I'm gonna see Aesor here is looking for that down air. Probably wants an up tilt out of it, which is just gonna end off the game. Oh man, Sonic's gonna low profile that whack. And Aesor ups the spot dodge, which means that Sonic's homing attack can't lock onto him. Or air dodge, not spot dodge. I'm so silly. This game's looking really good for Aesor. One up throw will kill Sonic, but Sonic a kind of hard character to grab in general. Sonic here looking for those F smashes there at the ledge. Aesor though not gonna get caught by him. I think if I was Aesor here, I would be thinking like, how hard can I camp to kind of just like force Sonic to like riskily approach, and then just kind of like just give me the game, you know?
Absolutely, for sure.
Because it's like, if you are Aesor here, you definitely don't want to be approaching Sonic anytime soon. That doesn't seem very fun. It's just like a little bit too risky at this pretty high percent, where it's like if you kind of get caught like out of position by Sonic, it just spells your like loss. Also, the less that Aesor does interact, the more mana he does recharge. And all this game has been very like fast-paced and hype. We are seeing it go down into less than a minute and a half left on the clock. And both players here at kill percent over 100. The Aesor able to find that F tilt and win out the stock. And that puts him in grand finals.
Good stuff to Aesor.
Yeah, very, very good
Grand
player.
finals here. We're gonna see if Gelato can take his first last stock or